with the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Let's go.
Now Haskins on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Bowls him over. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Mike, 55.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that,
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Charlie, 2.
Garoppolo now. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
what a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Bristol, travel. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. No score after one on EA Sports.
Here we go. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Lock. SOS. General West. No. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check nine.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the 16, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out the, just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December
Yay,
left.
more football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run with Geis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Geis. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Redskins.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. His throw incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now a run with Geis, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd down, here's Geis. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. On 1st down, this is Geis. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
59, Mark, 59. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I got you, I got you. Mike, check, 59. I'm here all day. Mike's 59, Mike's 59.
3rd down, here's Haskins. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Geis alone in the backfield here, second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that is incomplete, 7 seconds remaining. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 20. Yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 56. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down.
And the Redskin first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Go. Right there.
Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage, and oh boy, that looks to be Geis, who is down on the turf. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, Drake again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the... And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Where'd he go? 57's the mic. Watch 57. Cut. Check 43.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think I'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
On first down, Carson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 32-yard line. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. The end result, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. On first down, Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. There's Garoppolo to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Right back to Drake.